So, I'm going to open the book for you to explore the 4 essential steps of Ikigai today. Ikigai Explained for the CEO and business owner over 40. There is a new way, the Cliff Diver's Edge method, which CEOs and business owners over 40 can rediscover their passion and newfound love of life. Zest. The Cliff Diver's Edge path for CEOs and business owners over 40 to go from lost struggles to clearly defined radiance. Hey, you in the fast paced world of business leadership where the responsibilities weigh heavily on the shoulders of you, the CEO and business owners. Yes, holding the rock, supporting the employees. And without you, well, we both know what would happen. It's common to feel overwhelmed, lost, or disillusioned, and I have so many clients burnt out. Are you the CEO or business owners that wake up each morning before the sun peaks over the eastern horizon, hitting the snooze as many times as you can cram in, dreading the long hours ahead, feeling like you're diving into the deep end of a pool filled with obstacles rather than opportunity? Somehow, some way, trying to put on your people-pleasing hat for everyone, even your 4-year-old twins. For many, this is your reality. And yes, I was like this too, not too long ago. However, the ancient Japanese concept of Ikigai, translated as a reason for being, can transform the experience from one of a mundane experience to one of radiant passion. So I'm going to open the book for you to explore the 4 essential steps of Ikigai today through the inspiring stories of notable figures who have turned their lives around and found fulfillment after years of sticky feet and foggy mist. The Oxford English Dictionary defines Ikigai as a motivating force, something or someone that gives a person a sense of purpose or a reason for living. Now, for CEOs and business owners, it's something that brings pleasure or fulfillment in your million tasks to complete before 5 p.m. Somehow, some way, smelling, tasting, doing, acting on, seeing, engaging in some tiny little itsy bitsy things that make your inner heart light up and rejoice. The term compounds 2 Japanese words, iki meaning life, alive, and gai meaning effect, result, the fruit, worth, use, benefit, a reason for living, or like a reason for being alive, a reason for life. What makes life worth living? And here at the Cliff Diver's Edge, we call it celebrating your pièce de résistance, a masterpiece, the most memorable accomplishment of one's morning, your day, your work day, your evening, your time with your wife, your husband, your lover, your significant other, your kids, your family, your career, or even broader, your lifetime. Now check this out. According to a Gallup survey, nearly 74% of employees in the United States report feeling disengaged, unattached at their work, leading to a lack of productivity and overall, why am I doing this to myself? This disconnection can often extend to leaders themselves who become encapsulated in the grind, leading to circumstances of fatigue. We were talking before, like burnout, lack of drive, no sense of purpose, and or no sense of like meaning of one's life. We're going to be changing that today. Despite the darkness that I found myself in years ago and understanding your daily grind as CEO and business owners as a commonality we have, there is a new way, the Cliff Diver's Edge method, which CEOs and business owners over 40 can rediscover their passion and newfound love of life. Zest. The essence of Ikigai combines 4 elements of life, just like the 4 elements of the ancient Greeks in 450 BC: earth, water, air, and fire. Ikigai, number 1, what you love. Number 2, what you're good at. Number 3, what the world needs. And number 4, what you can get paid for. And now finding the interconnection, or here we call it the springboard, can unleash a profound transformation for you to soar beyond your limits. Ikigai, step number 1, what you love. Reigniting your passions. The first step towards embracing Ikigai is to identify what you generally love, what you enjoy. Now, for many executives, this often overshadows by the relentless focus on financials, metrics, sales, competitors, market shares, performance KPIs, stuff like that, right? So it's sort of tough to dive in on this first one, finding what you love. I wanted to share an example of Richard Branson going and finding his own Ikigai. Now, he was the founder of Virgin Group, right? Virgin Atlantic. Branson admitted that what truly excites him is his pursuing the boundaries of adventure and innovation. During an extensive period of reflection, he realized his love for adventure and travel and risk-taking, and he fueled not only his personal happiness, but also his business success. If you remember Virgin Atlantic, he did a lot of skydiving or hanging on a plane and things years and years to promote his airlines. So by realigning his companies with his passion, such as Virgin's galactic exploration of space, he rediscovered the joy that fueled his entrepreneurial spirit. So, make a quick win here for yourself. Write out without thinking and getting the brain in the way. Write out all the things you love. Quick, go! Challenge as fast as you can. Write 20 things you love. All set? You got them? Write a few down in the comments too while you can. So like and subscribe down below, but also write in some comments too. It helps the community, us connect with each other and raise us to the next level all together in a great group. You should quit sitting on the fence, basking in your fear and procrastination of what ifs. Someday I'll, but I, how can I, and tomorrows. Whoever decided it's a good idea to settle for less than your highest self? When did it become okay to go to sleep miserable or go to a job you hate and not design a blueprint for your extraordinary living? But how do you actually go from depressed, unhappy to joyously, radiantly happy in 30 days? I want to break it down for you and give you access to my Soar Beyond Your Limits from blurred to crystal clear in 3 simple steps. Step number 1, walking the path. The river of life drags you along, and without your goals and clear vision, you'll end up over the falls, wondering where did your life go? You are worth the work. Make it a top priority to do 2 to 3 things you love every single day. No exceptions. Singing, quilting, reading, yard work, playing piano, woodworking, hiking. Step number 2, your sticky feet. Your radiance is what you're longing for. But fear, worry, procrastination, fogginess, and your sticky feet hold you back. You're not alone. Millions of people feel trapped, paralyzed by uncertainty, fear, worry, depression. Not for long. I'll have you bouncing on your own momentum of your discipline and habits in no time. Step number 3, pierce the foggy mist. When one challenges their own beliefs and eliminates fears, hurts, and distractions, the world opens up. And it opens up your platform to dive from and shine with purpose. So I'm here to break you out of that long-running episode, whether it's a small step towards a massive goal or a breathtaking dive into the unknown. So if you're looking to soar into your passion and purpose within 30 days, you are worth the work to dive in below and soar. We'll see you inside. You got your quick 20, the no thinking 20 loves. Okay, so Ikigai, step number 2, what you're good at. Now, recognizing your strengths. Now, so a lot of this time, it's our natural strengths. Now, when you think back, when you were like 5, 6, or 7, if we can go back to those younger ages, you're smiling, you're glowing, you're running, you're jumping in the front yard, you're throwing flour around the kitchen. You started your journey on some of the natural things you could do, like you excelled at, and it come very, very easy to you. Maybe it was balance. Maybe it was like throwing a ball. Perhaps it was like cleaning or cleaning the living room. So next step for number 2 is focus on recognizing your strengths. The step involves an introspection journey. Like going back, what were you good at when you were 10, 12? And reflect, understanding the skills and the expertise you bring to the table as a leader. Now write in your Cliff Diver's Edge notebook what comes naturally to you. What do friends and family say to you at graduation parties or the Sunday backyard barbecues? You're so good at. I always liked the way you could. How come you're so natural at? You make it look so easy doing those things. When we talk Ikigai and unearthing your passion and purpose, Oprah Winfrey is a great example. She transformed her life and her career by embracing her strength and empathy and communication. Initially, she faced a lot of significant challenges growing up in her childhood and her adolescence, including a hellish, devastating childhood and early career struggles. However, Oprah recognized her gift for storytelling and her ability to connect with people. So, by leveraging her tuning into people's talents, she built a media empire, right, that resonates with millions and authentically reflects her core happiness values. Ikigai, step number 3. What the world needs, finding your purpose. Once you have identified what you love and what you're good at, the next step is to consider what the world needs. Now, this is where many business owners and leaders often sort of miss the mark, connecting their passions and skills to a greater purpose. All of us CEOs put ourselves last, most 99% of the time. So this is the hardest step of all 4, and when you really think about it. As business owners, we'll bend over backwards. And we'll work at the kitchen table till 10 p.m., even with the kids running around and playing video games all night, just to have the team lead prepared for her 8 a.m. presentation and sales meeting in Los Angeles. So over the years, I've repolished and retweaked this step number 3 and sort of really made it really good and nice and easy for business owners and CEOs. It's easier for CEOs and business owners to fill in the gaps, is what I've noticed. We're so good at fixing things and seeing where our team falls short, putting people in the right places, or better yet, we ourselves saving the day because, ultimately we are every position of our company. Whether you're micromanaging or quickly delegating, it's all on you, right? It's all on us. Number 1, we take what we love, then we add. Number 2, what we're good at. And then here's the magic of number 3 and how we change it from something so difficult and that hurdle to overcome to what we got this one here. So number 3, what the world needs. We get out of the office. We get out of the house or the business center and we go around town and do some shopping. We go out and get something to eat. We go out, get some home accessories. We go get your hair or your nails done. And watch what this magic happens. We as CEOs keep seeing all the ways that life around us can be fixed. Isn't the way we want it. And it can be done better, right? That's our inner selves as business owners and CEOs who go into a business and say they should be doing. Why didn't someone say hello to me when I walked in? Who's on that project, right? We're always fixing things. So that's what we're going to do. We took number 1 and number 2. Now, what we do is number 3 is we take the mind out of it and we just go. We go shopping. We go around town. We go out, get something to eat at a restaurant, and we just start writing down. Take your Cliff Diver's Edge notebook and just start writing out your things. What can be improved here? What can I improve on this business? This is business. If I were to run this business, I would do so and so and so and so, and watch what the magic happens. Now, when writing this podcast, I wanted to tune into this one. Howard Schultz, former CEO of Starbucks, faced a pivotal moment in his career that led him to ascertain the impact he wanted to have. During a trip to Italy, Schultz was captivated by a coffee house culture and its ability to create a community. I mean, have you heard of this? When I read this, I was like, damn. You're like trying to build a coffee company, but you're thinking, whoa, right? I'm trying to build a community, build something better and deeper in this whole pursuit of Ikigai, right? So when I heard of this, I was wowed, so I wanted to share and put this in today's, podcast. He recognized that this small coffee house in Italy was not just a commodity, but a solution to bringing people together. they had a big cork board that was a community like communications board with notes, travel dates, port transfers, needing rides and ferries. Now, this was way before cell phones and the internet and things like that. They had what activities were held on certain nights. He was blown away. And so, by fostering community through the act of coffee, he took back to Seattle and launched Starbucks. Now, he successfully aligned his business model with a need, Ikigai, right? A connection, leading the company to become a global beacon of experience and comfort. And the company grew to more than 3,000 stores and operating its first stores in Japan, China, and Europe. Okay, business owners, now get out there and put in the comments below how the world around you is letting you down. What businesses need your improvements? What did you notice in your 30-minute break from the office or your walk down the boulevard that needs fixing, right? What business model did you see and say, I could do better? I could do better. This needs to improve. What gaps need to be filled by your genius mind? Ikigai, step number 4, what you can be paid for. Finally, oh, you know this is you. You need those quarterlies to be higher than those previous ones. Just tell me the numbers. What's our profit growth? After identifying love, good at, and needs, this last step is super chill, easy. I decided to offer you a free gift, absolutely free. Now, I tell you all the time about how to springboard yourself from unhappy to radiantly happy in 30 days. But how am I going to tell you all about this and not provide the resources for you? There's so many questions people have online about how do I become more happy? What is my purpose and mission? What do I have to do to get out of this rut? How come I'm so unclear and unmotivated? What if I try something new and fail? When is life going to turn around for me? Why do I feel miserable all the time? Who can I reach out to that'll listen and help? Should I quit my job? Why am I such a failure? I don't feel happy in my relationship. Where did my happiness and passion go? Why do I let fear and procrastination control my life? How come I doubt myself and my limitations? Why do I have no energy and no time? The kids are out of the house, so I just retired. Now what? I hate my job or my partner, but I'm comfortable. How come my relationship is so mediocre and boring? Why do I have no friends? I hate the way I look. Where should I go to find a peak performance success coach? You see what I'm saying? So I decided to create a free training and give it to you absolutely free that you can utilize so you can learn how to soar beyond your limits and go from blurred to crystal clear to take one step towards having a reason, finding and doing what you love, waking up with that zest and a reason, and radiating to the world with your light. And how cool is this? To ultimately give back, shine, and level up the family, friends, and community around you. If you're ready to springboard and soar into the cliff diver's edge, click the link below. My gift to you. Yes, you are over the crisis part of the movie, right? Number 3 was the toughest, the struggle, the fight. You know how a movie's designed with a plot structure, right? We have that crisis, we have the struggle, and then we're over on the edge, and then we're on to the climax. So on to your climax. Number 4 involves letting go. Finding what we call in the Cliff Diver's Edge, your perfect 10 rip entry, no splash dive. When the crowd erupts and roars and cheers, and you said you nailed it. When you got up 1 hour earlier in the morning and put in the reps. When you stayed up late, when you worked Sunday to get things done and breathe. Celebration. When we are CEOs and business owners, filling in the missing gap, just like Oprah and Howard, the money, orders, clients, and cash flow starts to roll in. We're all in this small leader community here in the Cliff Diver's Edge, business owners. And as a community, we're all about making stuff happen. Let's look at our role models as we were growing up, just to see how history proves that filling in the gaps, that what you're getting paid for is the easy part. right? The easy, relax, and the chill part of this process. Henry Ford, Ford Motor Company, filled the gap of assembly line and vehicle travel that didn't exist before his time, right? He shocked the world. He filled that gap. We have Andrew Carnegie, filled the gap of steel and innovation and technology. They said when Andrew Carnegie started developing all these processes of steel, right? They started inventing the elevator, and the population just expanded and grew. And New York went from sideways to skyscrapers overnight, right? Thanks to Andrew Carnegie filling in a gap. Steve Jobs. Now, Steve Jobs filled the gap, right, of Apple, but phones and iPads. So he filled the gap of user-friendly communication. Now going into a really cool, different gap. Walt Disney, right, cartoons filled the gap for a theme park that parents and children could enjoy together. Never existed, right? California, Anaheim, Orlando, Florida, a big theme park that parents and children could enjoy together and celebrate life together. Thomas Edison, the light bulb, but thousands of other inventions, right, filled the gap of gas lamps, candles, oil lamps, and developed the first light bulb, but the first reliable, durable electrical lighting system that would light up a whole city. Powerful examples of people over our last 20, 50, 100 years that filled in a gap. And when they filled in that gap, the world around them exploded. Following this Ikigai process, many CEOs and business owners over 40 find that their relationships improve, their leadership becomes more authentic, their companies thrive, and they start to wink and smile at the person they see in the morning bathroom mirror. And more importantly, their inner light, once put in a drawer in the bed's end table, now starts to glow. Their hearts connect more to the people around them, their community, who they are, who they're becoming. The drawer starts to open. They start to shine into the world, and they catapult their dive and their life with glowing radiance. So we explored the 4 steps of Ikigai: what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. CEOs and business owners over 40 can realign their lives and communities around them in extraordinary ways, even as cliff divers, right? When we do some cliff divers, I remember I was years and years ago in Acapulco watching the cliff divers. Well, it inspired me to say, wow, those guys are so high, but they were doing twists and flips and stuff. You never know who you're going to inspire, right? When you find your Ikigai and your purpose in life. One of the most unwavering paths to finding your Ikigai, your purpose, your significance is to master the art of carving out your own beauty, shining through the imperfections. This journey is a testament to your determination to shape your destiny, and it's a pursuit that leads you to the profound wellspring and passion and purpose in your life. I've taught hundreds of CEOs, business owners, and organizations how to zero in on their truest, most passionate meaning in life, going from a once cloudy, murky hurricane of confusion to horse racing, blinders on, full tilt, zing, adore, zeal, ear to ear, smiling in and throughout life. You are worth the work and love to springboard inside the Cliff Diver's Edge, soar beyond your limits, academy, and celebrate your life with radiance. Click down below, and I'll see you inside.